Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Raw Dog back at you with another Chill-ass video, and today we are gonna be sitting here smoking my cards. Oh, we got plenty to smoke on today. We've got the 9 gram. We got from this 9 gram 3-in-1 flavors. It's got 2 flavors. It's got AK-47, it's sativa, and then it's got another one. But yeah, hit the comment down below and like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification bells, and let's get into the video. Today we are going to be talking about racing. I got my new racing merch in, as you guys can see. I got my new racing merch in, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it. There's the buggy back there. I know it's hard to see, but there's the buggy. But yes, my uncle runs a 1600 light buggy in the Champ Off-Road. Go like the Champ Off-Road. AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. They run a good series for off-road racing. If you like off-road racing in the Midwest, I highly recommend you checking out AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. But without further ado, let's get into the video and let's start taking rips. Today we are ripping the AK-47 sativa, and then there's an indica in this one too. But either way, you could run them. You could run all 3 flavors, or you can. I don't know what the 3-in-1 flavor means, but like, I can just say right now that that this is gonna hit. I've been hitting it for quite some time. I don't just got that. I got Muhas. I got this THC pen I can rip. Oh yeah. I got my box. Where did that box go of mine that I had? There was a box. Oh, there's this one right here. Where did the other one go, I wonder? So here's the other one. This is the uni. But like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification bells. Let's get into ripping some of these cards. We're going to rip the 9 gram first. 60%. Flavor on this is good. I love the flavor. I haven't hit it much because it's 9 grams. It's hard to tell the flavor on a 9 gram because the hits are just a little harsher. How do I want to say? They're harsher. In my opinion, they're harsher. No, that's not saying they're not bad. That's not saying they're not bad. But like, most of the 9 grams and your 6 grams and 7 grams are a little much, and they're a little bit of, it irritates the throat. Let's put it that way. But cheers. Let's take another one. And it feels like you can't hit it as long. Comment down below if that happens with you guys with 9 grams or 7 grams. You can't hit them as long because they're just a little bit harsher. That could be because of all the oil that's in there, but still, it shouldn't be that harsh. But let's turn the other flavor. That flavor is really good. I can't distinguish what the flavor really is, but either way, it's really good. I think that was more airy and more sativa in this. Oh. Yeah, I think this is the sativa. Because that's more enjoyable and not raping your throat. So that's definitely got to be the AK-47 sativa. Because, like, I can tell a difference between indica and sativa. Like a flip of a switch. It's just like that. It's just like that. I know it's like right away. It's more airy, and you get more enjoyment out of the smoke because it's not as harsh. I think anyway. That's just me. That's coming from me though, because I don't smoke a lot of sativas. I mainly smoke indicas. Shout out to we're not shouting out anybody, but we're just gonna shout out the brand. I'm not sponsored. I'm not paid to say this, but hey, here we go. We got the Bass Pro Shop. This is basically a Stanley copy, down to a T. That's like a Stanley copy down to a T. Oof. 9 grams got me a little messed up. See, that's why I don't like getting 9 grams because, or any of the bigger gram disposables. Like, some of them can be way too much. Once you start going over 3 or 4, then it's like, yeah, you're pushing it. 4 is fine, but like anything more than 4 seems a little too harsh. That's just me. That's coming from me. Take it for what it is. I've had enough, and I feel like I get burned. I'm not saying I'm burned with this because I'm not. I'm not saying that at all. It's just harsher. I just don't like how harsh. Yeah. You don't enjoy it if it's harsh. And that's the hard part. YouTube, this is only tobacco. YouTube, this is only tobacco. YouTube, this is only tobacco. Oh, that's Zaza. Stop playing with me and stop age restricting my videos. What should I hit next? We got the Muha truffle butter. We can hit the YouTube. Don't give me a strike or don't age restrict my video for this. This is legitimately what the company is called. Fucking Hitter. Please do not ban or age restrict my video because I said that. That's actually the company's name. Fucking Hitter. I wouldn't be saying if I didn't think it was made for YouTube. Sorry for the language, but that's legitimately what the company name is. You can go look it up yourself. But yes, this brand called Fucking Hitter is really good. Yes, it's an indica. Everything basically on that I smoke is indica because I like to feel it. If I'm not feeling it, why should I be smoking it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with a vape, it's like, it feels like I'm just throwing away money because I'm really not feeling it. That's why I gotta get indicas to feel the. I don't know. It's just a cycle. But cheers. Let's take a rip. I know I'm a pussy when it comes to hits. But I'm smoking like a lot in a day. May not seem like a lot because I'm taking like 3-second rips all the time, but like that may not seem like a lot to you guys, but but yeah, that is very enjoyable. It's harsh. Not a lot of disposable companies can make a good battery or come up with a good battery that burns at the right temp. So a lot of them are kind of a little bit overpowered in a way. The oil may not be bad. Like, it's just a little bit harsh because you're running it through a disposable or whatever you're running it through. Like, you gotta see, like, that's where we can do a comparison. Like, we could do a video on comparing the disposable versus the cart. In my opinion, these don't clog as much as carts, but then again, see if you have a good battery like this, carts don't really clog. I don't know. And this isn't as hard, or this is more harsh than this, I would say. But it's like we could do a comparison. I mean, like, I could do a comparison video: disposables versus carts. Let me know down below if I should do a video on a battle doing carts versus smoking disposables. Comment down below what you guys want to see. Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notification bells. This weekend they are up at Bark River, so shout out to Drew, my uncle. He's going up to Bark River this weekend. Hopefully he does good. I don't want to say he's bad, and I don't want to say he's good. He's good, don't get me wrong. When his machine is working, he is good. Okay? He is right up there with everybody. He just has a lot of bad luck, and something happens to his machine, and he falls back to like 8th or 9th. I don't know. He starts up on the pole. He just can't hang with the boys right now. Something happens to his machine. I have no idea what goes on, but it's not like he's not finishing a race. He's finishing in like 8th or 9th, which is better than what he has been doing. But cheers. We're going to take another rip, and then we'll keep talking about his career that he's had so far in the last 5 to 10 years here. It was been more like 7 years ago he started in my uncle. Cheers. My uncle started in the he started in the Pro-Am side-by-sides, and he broke down even before he could even start. Felt bad for him. Yeah, he's had a lot. Yeah, he's had his share of bad luck, so that's why I'm hoping with this season being his first season in light buggy, I'm curious to see what is in store, because I've seen what's in store, and there's some power and there's speed. He's got it in this light buggy, but he's got to put down some good races, and he can't have any problems with the car. I know he's got a team, or he's got a teammate as well, but that he works alongside. But we'll see here what all pans out here. I think we're in store for a good light buggy and a good. Oh, the light buggy is going to be a good, even though they don't have much speed. That's a fun class to watch. You got Connor Schultz, you got some of them, but like, cheers. Let's take another rip. Shout out to some of your sportsman classes. Like I was just talking, like light buggy is a sportsman class. Shout out to your sportsman classes throughout the day. They put on some good shows too. It's not like they're not putting on good shows too. It's not like you just go watch the big boys and that's it. No. You watch all day long, and it's so nice. I love it. It is a blast. If you've never been to an off-road event, or an AMSOIL Championship off-road event, or a Lucas Oil off-road event, you gotta go and see. You got to see the West Coast, and you got to see the Midwest ones. They're hands down pretty much the exact same. So what you see out west is some of that stuff out west is a little bit different, where they do the Baja 1000. Those trophy trucks. Those are a whole nother ball game. That is a whole nother separate thing than the off-road racing. Not saying that that's not off-road racing either. It is. It's desert racing, but those trucks and buggies are built way totally different than what the off-road off-road racers actually race. Like, these guys are going out like rally racing. Us guys in the Midwest and stuff are jumping and doing a bunch of other stuff. So take it for what it is. I love off-road racing. Ever since I've found off-road racing again, it's like I found my home. It's like I like that more than anything. Off-road racing has been in my blood, and you see, and I love being out in the country. I'm not a city boy, even though I live kind of somewhat in the city. Not really. If you consider, if you consider, I can go like 5-10 minutes and be out of town when I'm actually in town, and be out in the country. Tells you how far away I am. And I can get 5 minutes in over by Target's only 5 minutes away. Dollar Tree's only 5 minutes away. Ace Hardware's only 5 minutes away. But like I could get 10 if I go east or north 10 minutes. I'll be out of town, and I'll be out in the country. I like it. I love it up in Wisconsin here, and we have some of the best racing up here in Wisconsin. If you guys never been to Wisconsin, we have beer, cheese, and what else? I don't know what else we got. We got the festivals, we got the racing. Oh yeah, there's a lot to do in Wisconsin. Take a drive up to Wisconsin. If you ever get a chance, come up to Wisconsin. But cheers, let's take a rip off the Permafrost Indica Frosty Flight. But yeah, I have so many. There's so many different racetracks around my area. Not not like in about an hour away from each other. There's so many. I can't count on my hands. We from dirt track. We have a couple dirt tracks. Well, no, we have quite a few dirt tracks. We have like 3 or 4 that I can name off. Tomahawk, Wisconsin, used to have one. They don't have one anymore. But like, yeah, there's Anigo. They don't have one anymore, but they have a dirt track that they use at times. That's what they use. They use the fairgrounds in Anigo, Wisconsin for the off road. Then you got Crandon. But those are off road racetracks though. But I mean, still, Lena. But I mean, you got some of the bigger dirt tracks. You got Shawano. You got Luxembourg. You got Beaver Dam. You got, oh yeah, I can name off. You got Monster Hall, which is SK Speedway over in Marshfield. You got for paved oval. You used to have State Park. We don't have that anymore in Wausau, Wisconsin, or out in a remote area. You got Wisconsin Dells. Oh yeah, there's tons. There's Madison. There's Slinger. Oh god, there's a bunch. And then I mean, you just gotta. There's a lot of racing in Wisconsin. There's no shortage of racing in Wisconsin. So, what should I hit next? We've hit pretty much everything. I don't really want to hit these anymore. These are kind of overrated in a way. I don't know. The nostalgia wore off. I love Muha, but like the nostalgia. But it's not hitting right now. It should have been a solid cloud, but that wasn't hitting right. So, oh well, we still got a decent hit off it, real decent hit off it. But this was the truffle butter indica live resin. Oof. But like, what do you guys like for racing? Because I ultimately love my off-road racing more than anything. I mean, it's just I don't know. I could sit down all day long and I could waste a weekend just watching an off-road live event, which I do. I do on a daily because it's a lot of fun to watch. Off-road racing, if you've never gone to an actual event, like a big event, go. I'm telling you, if you've never been to a big off-road event and you're in Wisconsin or you're in Minnesota, close to Elk River, I strongly advise you to go. If you're up in the UP, up by Bark River, Michigan, I would highly advise you to go. If you're close to Green Bay over by Leno, Wisconsin, I advise you to go. If you're in Antigo, Wisconsin, I advise you to go. If you're in Crandon, Wisconsin, I advise you to go. If you're out in California, out at Glen Helen, I advise you to go. There's just so many different tracks. There's so many different tracks you can go to. Oh, plus Wheatland, Missouri, which we already had. But like, man, if you've ever get to go, like, I advise you guys to, if you guys get a chance, go see an off road event. It is so much fun. Like, there's nothing like an off road racing event, and I don't know. You get to get down close and personal. You pay a little bit to get in, like 30 something to get in, or you can buy the weekend pass or whatever. But like, it's worth it. It is so worth it. The money you spend there, it's worth it. I know, I know, I sound like a broken record, but like this stuff just intrigues me. I don't know why. I guess I've always wanted to do either snowmobile racing, ice oval racing, or I've always wanted to do off road. I guess I'll never have the money for off road, but I mean, I can always hope to have money for ice oval racing. But then once you get a sled and you build a sled, all that sled can do is race on ice ovals. I don't know. All it can do is run on ice. You can't take it anywhere else. You can't take it off trail. You can't take it on trail. Nope. It's just strictly for ice. Or do I do snowcross? But that gets expensive too. That's a little more expensive, I think, than ice oval. Because ice oval's gotten cheap. Well, I'm not saying cheap. It's not cheap to do any kind of racing. So to get up to these events and the payouts, they're not great. So you better have money to stick at it. That's the hard part. I just don't have the money to stick at it. My dad and my grandpa were snowmobile racers back in the day. I wish I could be. There's a lot of rich history up in my grandpa was a snowmobile mechanic for many years. Oh yeah, they've actually had Mellow Yellow as my dad had Mellow Yellow as a sponsor, and Mark, or my dad's friend who was racing had Mellow Yellow as a sponsor. And somebody said, "You don't drink anything," and my dad said, "Whoa, whoa." And my dad said, "Makes sense because Mellow Yellow was there." So Dad drank a lot of Mellow Yellow, and that stuff's bad. Mellow Yellow is kind of bad for you with all the acid and juice in it. But like, I mean, Mellow Yellow was their sponsor, so that's kind of cool. And the reason when they went out to eat, they could get whatever they wanted. Anything they wanted on the menu. Most expensive thing you name it. So my dad's part of my uncle, which my dad was with my uncle, and it was funny because they were apparently they, from the story, my dad said that they were up in North Dakota or whatever for a race, and they went out to eat that night. Well, Mellow Yellow was their sponsor, so my dad tried to order. He tried to order something else other than a Mellow Yellow product, or whatever. And my dad's friend who was racing at the time with my dad, he's just like, he looked over at my dad and he's like, Jason, why are you buying that? It's Mellow Yellow, or Mellow Yellow's here. You can't be drinking that. because that would look bad. That would look bad because Mellow Yellow, the two Mellow Yellow guys were there. I was like, holy man, a couple of guys from Mellow Yellow were there, and it was a big ordeal. But I wish I could be involved in racing like that. But I guess I'll never have it. I have the drive. I'm not saying I can't race. Oh, I can. Just because I'm fat, just because I have fat on me right now, just because I have fat, does not mean this guy can't. But I would have to lose a shit ton of weight. I have to lose a shit ton of weight. Yeah. To be able to prepare myself to be on a race, so to be competitive, I'd have to be 200 pounds and I'm 240 right now. Almost 260. Ain't no way in hell I'm getting on a snowmobile unless I'm about 220 or 200. In between 200 and 220. If I'm under that, or if I'm in between that or under that, then yes, I'll race. I just don't have the money, so I won't be racing anytime soon. But like, it's all dreams to have. I got fired again, so I have no money coming in again. I love it because it wasn't even my fault. The register broke, and they blamed that I broke it. They claimed that I broke it, but whatever. Whatever. I was just checking somebody out and went to go try to fix or try to see what was, or I didn't even see what was wrong. I just called the manager right away because it wasn't working and it kept giving me an error on the screen. So whatever. It is what it is. I mean, it's not I don't want to say I'm never going to have money. And I have all these big plans that I want to do. Like, I want to race snowmobiles or I want to race off-road. One of the two. And I may never get to do one or the other. Because nobody can help me hold a job. I'm not saying nobody can help me, it's just the people I work with and how they handle things is like, I don't know, but whatever. I just get down on myself, and this is why I started YouTube, because I want more people to talk to. Like, I'm not sitting here saying I need attention. No, I do not need attention. It's just, God, this world we live in. This THC has got me so whacked right now. You guys I may not even be feeling it right now because I really don't feel it right now. But I'm probably faded than all hell. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. We're just smoking the Yart here. Let's take another rip. Cheers. This is the part of the video where we will do some smoking and let's talk, and we'll just have a smoke session here. We'll take a bunch of rips, kind of be quiet, just kind of cough, do whatever I need to do, and just kind of chill and rip, and then we'll get back when we're done. Cheers. But yeah, life's been going okay. I got a bike from my mom's boyfriend. that he doesn't use anymore. So I've been getting around that way. Damn, I barely hit that and that gave a lot of smoke. Damn. But like, life's been treating me okay. I wish I had my own money, but then again, I don't have to work in a hellhole where I'm sweating my ass off all day because I don't have any AC inside that Dollar Tree, and we only have a fan. Yeah, it was like a sauna in there at times, trying to do stuff. It was miserable. I don't regret working there, but I didn't like how they fired me. I didn't want to quit. I wanted to stay there until I could find something else, which I was doing. Not saying this job wasn't going to work out. I just wanted another one because this one wasn't good at paying. That's all. 925 in this generation. 925. Are you freaking kidding me? For what I was doing in the environment I was in, you could at least pay me a little bit more. I was sweating my ass. We were all sweating our asses off, working our fucking asses off, and you're gonna pay us $9.25 an hour, bruh, with no AC, hotter than hell outside, and then we go out and then we have to get to truck, and it's hotter than fucking hell, and then we go back into the store and it's no better. It's like a sauna, but yet we only get paid $9.25. I think that's bogus. I'm not saying the job was bogus. For what I was doing, it was easy, but like, bro, just wasn't conducive for the environment I was in. It was nice. It was just hot, sticky, muggy. Customers going, "Oh, it's hot in here." No shit. You say that every time you come in. And certain customers say, "Oh, how it's so warm in here always." Yeah, we don't have no AC. I don't want to be a dick, but like, bro, do you clearly see we got a fan? We do not have AC. If we had AC, we would be turning it on. Don't you guys have AC? Bruh, if we had AC, it would be on. It wouldn't be like a sauna in here. But I tell you, I'm not saying customers were bad, and I'm not saying I don't like customers. I love customers. Love customers. You have your good ones and your bad ones. Some of the morning ones are older generation, which is fine. But the older generation that is very picky about where they want their items and how they want their items and where they want them and how they want them in the bag is another story. Those are the ones I hate the most. Oh, make sure this isn't in with that. Why didn't you put that in there? Then you just want to fucking then you just want to bring your own bags and you want to bag it yourself? I'm not being mean, but like that irritates me. Then they're like, "Oh, you don't put that in here. You put that in there. Can you give me another bag so I can put this separate for one item?" I'm just like, whatever, fine. Here you go. I'm nice about it. I'm not that way. I'm not what I just showed there. No, but like it irritates me when customers do that, and it's like, and it's the older generation that does it. They're just like, "Can you make sure you sort this out?" And I hated it too because like the register, the belt never stopped, and unless you had something blocking the motion thing, so we used the stick. And I hate it because customers will use that and put it as a divider. And then they wonder why, oh, they're trying to move everything. And why isn't it stopped? And then I grab the stick because somebody had to be an asshole and grab the stick. The divider stick. But it is what it is. I never really disliked my job. I don't know what they were thinking. Because I didn't, they tried to tell me I stole too. Well, we'll get into that one too. That's another freaking, oh God, I want to go off so bad. And it wasn't even my fault, okay? legitimately, it was not even my fault. I was. You can tell me if I'm lying, or you can tell me if this is stealing, but I don't consider it stealing, but the store considers it stealing. But let's just say, hold on. So they brought me in the office the one morning. When I first got there, I clocked in, and they're just like, okay. So they bring me in the office. Fine, dandy. They tried to show me a video footage of me trying to steal, and I'm just like, I didn't steal nothing. And I went back, because this was on my break. I went and grabbed something to eat. Okay? Brought it back into the break room, then went up to the front to pay for it. She said I didn't pay for it. She said, the rest of your shift, you never paid for it. I'm just like, what? That is bogus. I did pay for it, but it is what it is. So they were going to try to fire me for that, or put me under investigation, and if they did find any evidence that they were going to fire me. So, like, and they were going to turn it in to the cops, and oh yeah, they were going to turn it up to higher up too, and I'm just like, whatever. I didn't even steal, but okay. Well, she's like, technically, yes, you did, because you dug it without paying for it, and then ate it without paying for it, then came up and paid for it. I'm just like, that is not stealing if I paid for it. So you're telling me that if a person drinks it before they get up, before they pay for it, that's technically stealing? And she didn't have anyone. She didn't know what to say. Well, I was like, yeah. But that's okay for them to do it then. No, they shouldn't be doing it either. Well, they do. And I said, well, they do. I'm not getting mad here, but I'm just saying, they do. I've seen it happen. And she didn't have any words to say. She was kind of speechless. But then I'm like, but what happens if they didn't have the money for it? Then what? But, yeah. I didn't get into it, but I was a little upset at the fact. And she's like, somebody told me. I'm just like, who would have told you? There's only one person in this store that would have. There's only one person that I talked to in this whole store. And by the way, he did it too. Nate did it as well too. He told me. I didn't say I did it because I didn't even do it, but I'm just saying Nate told me how he did it. He said he went over by the doors over by where there's no cameras. He went over by where there was no cameras in the store and stole it. He told me that too, so. And I'm not kidding when I say that, but like, she was gonna put him under investigation too. Good. I hope that fucker gets in trouble. Because if it weren't for him, I would probably still have my job. Thanks to that fucker. I'm doing a tick, but oh well. We'll take another rip. We'll take a couple more rips and we'll get out of here. But yeah, I mean, I don't miss that job. I mean, I do because it was a job and it was money coming in. But do I miss going to work? No, because that was not a good environment. It was too warm. I don't know. I liked it. Was it the best job? No, it was a horrible job, honestly. Honestly, it was stuffy. I didn't like it. It was too dry always in there. I don't know. It was weird. It was dry as hell in there. I don't know. It was not an environment to be working in. I don't know. I wish OSHA would come in. But I gotta. There's this one guy named Jeff. I would like to talk. I would like to figure out how to talk to him. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I don't have Snapchat. They all banned me a long time ago, about a year ago already. That's how long I've been with Snapchat, Instagram. Somebody device banned me on Snapchat. IP banned me. I don't know how people can do that, and that should be very illegal to IP ban somebody, but fucking hate them for it. But Facebook, I just created a new one, and somehow it got hacked already, and I didn't even add anybody other than my friends and my off-road buddies, off-road racers that I have. But like other than that, I wasn't posting anything either, so I don't know how I got banned or what happened. So fuck me in the ass. But cheers. YouTube, this is only tobacco. YouTube, this is only tobacco. YouTube, this is only tobacco of that Zaza. We're going to take one final rip. Should we do a triple? We'll do a double. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification bells. Until then, we are going to take this double rip here, and we are out of here. Cheers. Until then, cheers. Peace.